Basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again. Because giving up is not an option. And when you feel like you've reached your limit, it's only the beginning. That's when it's time to dig deep, to find the courage to push some more. Because if you got the drive, the discipline, and the resolve to do what it takes to make yourself great, then the rewards are endless.
In Dwight Howard's first season in Houston, he finally seems to be fully healed and back to his old self. Chandler Parsons has elevated his game to all-star status, and James Harden was in the discussion for league MVP all year long. In the second half, the Rockets went on an absolute tear, winning 36 of their final 40 games and steamrolling into the NBA Finals. But LeBron and the Heat were ready and waiting, and with a chance to clinch the three-peat by closing out the Rockets at home, they'll do whatever it takes to end the series tonight.
People are saying it's a great series, but it's only great for the winner. We expect to win, regardless of what everybody else might say. But we know it won't be easy.
The long journey now reaches its epic conclusion. The pinnacle, atop this stage, with the attention of millions far and wide. Two teams hardened by the fire of competition find themselves within arm's reach of destiny, within grasp their place amongst the immortal legends of the game. Welcome to the NBA Finals.
We're here in Miami, Florida, as we see a beautiful bird's eye view of the American Airlines Arena. Welcome, everyone, to Game 6 of the NBA Finals here in Miami, Florida. Tonight, the Miami Heat look to close out the new powerhouse, the Houston Rockets.
And Kevin, LeBron and the Heat eager to close this one out tonight. They've done what they needed to do in taking control of this series. Now they need to finish the job and complete their championship three-peat.
A dominant regular season for the Rockets, and it's taken, Steve, everything the Heat can muster to take advantage in the series.
And without question, Kevin, this is their best shot to win it. The Rockets are just too dangerous to let stick around. I think they've got to take care of business tonight.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. It's Asik paired up in the front court with Howard. And in the backcourt, Jeremy Lin along with James Harden. And it's Parsons in at the small forward. And for the Heat, Haslam and Bosh up front. On the wings, it's D-Wade and LeBron James. And it's Chalmers in at the point.
And for the Miami Heat, the speculation all season long with the big three possessing player opt-outs at the end of the season. Will they all come back? Will they move on? I think with the success this team has had, 4 straight NBA Finals appearances, and a chance here for a three-peat, boy, it'd be tough to leave that.
Here's Howard, and he jams it with authority.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And And one of the things you're going to see from this guy is his skill running the pick and roll. He knows exactly how to run a defender directly into that screen, and then the beautiful passing ability, setting up layups and jump shots.
And he is also so good at getting his hands on the ball without foul. And opposing players on his way to the hoop. That's a real knack. Excellent hand-eye coordination makes that possible for him.
And Steve, back to the big three. They took less money to play together with the new CBA in place. Will the Heat have the money now to keep this team together?
We'll see. I mean, I think for all concerned, it'll be tough to walk away from all this. But for right now, of course, we're focused on the present. The main thing is to take care of business right here tonight.
Here's Ashik after the made shot from Haslem. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And I like the choice, making the conservative finish, making sure of the 2 points.
They get it again. Dwight Howard again. Howard's got 6 points.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Lynn with it, now guarded by Mario Chalmers. Here's Parsons. From down in the low post, it goes. Parsons got his first basket of the night.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
LeBron up top, defended by Parsons. That's good.
No, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Back to Howard. Oh, he misses the dunk. He'd have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. To the paint, and it's blocked. Fast break, here we go. Ashik played his covering. Parsons dishes to Lynn. Offensive rebound. Ashik makes it off the glass. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Bosh kicks to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Another miss by LeBron.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket. I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Dwight Howard on top.
Boy, he has been fantastic in the playoffs. I mean, the stats prove that out. Defensively and second chance point, he's working harder than some of the other players. He's hungry for a championship, and he's playing like it.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Lynn. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, kicks it to Chalmers. Back to LeBron. Bosh. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. LeBron, good. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Harden kicks to Howard. A putback, and Ashik throws it down.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
The drive by LeBron. Bosh with it, and it's Howard picking him up. And Chalmers kicks to Haslem. Kicks it out to LeBron. Fires the 3. Goes up again. Haslem. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
The first free throw is good. And the offensive rebounds leading to second chance points.
Yep, Kevin, and they have 6 in this quarter. And you know what? That's always a good sign in terms of a team that's focused and energetic. I mean, when you can get to that offensive glass, you're doing some work.
Now, here is Harden. Left side, Garcia. Releases from the wing and drills it.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And a new group in for the Heat. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Bosch. Battier comes in for Udonis Haslem. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Here's Beverly. Back to Harden. Harden right side. Here's Beverly. But they recover it. And Garcia kicks to Beverly. The pass to Harden. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Allen, that's good. Allen's got his first bucket of the night.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. There's the dish to Smith. The feed to Beverly. With 1 on the clock. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Welcome back, everyone, to the NBA Finals. It's Game 6 as we're set to resume with the second quarter.
Well, it's been such an entertaining series, guys. Both teams so efficient, offensively loaded with talent. And, of course, at the defensive end, you've got Houston with Dwight Howard, the size, the defensive rim protection, and then Miami, the blitzing athleticism and pick-and-roll coverage. Really a great contrast in styles and a wonderful matchup. It has been a fun series to watch.
The Heat trail by 11.
For the Heat, still starting games with a small ball lineup. Chris Bosh, a natural power forward, playing the center spot. But with the acquisition of former #1 overall pick Greg Oden, the Heat are able to play a much larger front court for stretches of the game. And I think that certainly comes in handy against teams like the Rockets.
So on the floor for Houston, Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Garcia is out there with Motiejunas, and it's Smith in at the center position. Rockets leading by 9. And Beverly kicks to Harden. And Allen with the block. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. Some solid defense from Garcia.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
You know, Steve, going back to Greg Oden, the #1 pick back in 2007. He played just 82 games in all prior to this season. But you know what? He's been able to stay relatively healthy, and he's given him a boost.
Yeah, and you know, I think the big thing for Greg Oden is that it's got to feel good for him to be back playing the game he loves. And I think he's really gotten better and better as the seasons have gone on for him.
That free throw good from Beverly. And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Oden. Lewis comes in for Shane Battier. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Ray Allen. Both free throws good from Beverly. The Heat trail by 11. Back to Lewis. Feeds it to Cole. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Lewis dishes to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Monty Eunice. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Monty Eunice has got his first 2 points of the night. Timeout called, the Heat. They come into this one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
And the Heat with some changes. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Bosh. Battier comes in for LeBron. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Cole. On the wing, Battier. Allen outside. Three-pointer. Another shot. No good. And Houston the other way now.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. Inside, here's Lewis. Soft touch off the glass.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Beverly. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And so here is Houston. 13-point lead. Harden's shot is good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
He'd have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Ray Allen is on the wing, guarded by Harden. Battier outside. Back to Oden. Rocket 6. It's stolen by Smith. It's Harden with the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat. Allen's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Knocks it loose. Lewis kicks to Battier. Shoots the 3. Harden grabs the miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Monty Eunice. No good on the second free throw.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
Now here is Garcia. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 9 points in the quarter.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Allen against Harden. Allen kicks to Cole. Battier outside. Passes to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. It's back to Battier. He feeds it to Cole. All 3 off the mark.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. That's foul number 2 on them. It might not warrant sitting in entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. LeBron comes in for Rashard Lewis. And the Heat call time here.
Well, the arrival of Dwight Howard in Houston certainly coincided with their rise to dominance, but the development of Chandler Parsons and James Harden cannot be overlooked. Parsons has become an all-star caliber small forward, and Harden right in the mix for league MVP.
And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
Well, you always want to shoot a high percentage, and that goes back to the kind of shots you get. But there's no better time than the postseason to knock down most of the shots that you take.
And Steve, looking back, it's hard to argue that Dwight Howard made the right choice in deciding to sign with the Rockets this past offseason.
Yeah, a team with a great core of young talent and a front office that's had a track record of uncovering undervalued talent. This team is poised, I think, for a long run.
And that one's good. Garcia's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Now here's LeBron. 5 points in the game. Gets it to go. LeBron's got his third basket of the night right there.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And, you know, this is the other thing about it. He's very sophisticated as a one-on-one defender. No matter who he's matched up with, he consistently takes away their #1 strength.
Bosh is guarded by Howard. His first shot coming late. It's blocked. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
They're playing well, guys. They're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Cole kicks to LeBron. LeBron right side. He's against Garcia. And the shot falls short this time.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And LeBron James gets it to go.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Dishes it to Harden. He kicks it to Beverly. Pass to Garcia. Puts up a 3. Shot is no good. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It just does not get...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to the second half of action here in Miami.
And as always, the strategic adjustment so important in the playoffs, Kevin. This is a chess match. You got two very bright coaches in Arizona. Spoelstra and Kevin McHale, two organizations that have embraced analytics, crunching numbers, lineup matchups, that sort of thing. And in an elimination game like this one, you're looking for any advantage you can get. Even a single play can make all the difference. And for the Heat to win 3 straight NBA titles would absolutely solidify their place in NBA history among the all-time great teams. The word dynasty, one that is not to be taken lightly, but I think they could lay that claim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat. On the wings, it's D-Wade and LeBron James. Haslam and Bosh up front, and it's Chalmers in at the point guard. You know, Steve, speaking of the Heat's chance to achieve a three-peat, it's only happened a handful of times in all of NBA history.
Well, this is what they planned when LeBron, Wade, and Bosh joined forces. Some didn't like it, but if they can continue to win, it gets more and more difficult to criticize them.
Wade outside. He dishes it to LeBron. LeBron left side. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Houston in total control. To the inside. Here's Lin. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. Lin's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Miami with the ball. LeBron outside. Back to Bosh. Bosh gets a screen from James. Chalmers defended by Lin. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Bosh. Bosh has got his third assist on the night.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And the tandem of Asik and Howard inside, not the best offensively, but defensively, wow. I mean, you talk about size and rim protection. This is a big-time front court.
Timeout called the Rockets. Well, Steve, you talk about the front court for the Rockets with 6'10" Chandler Parsons at the 3. That might be the biggest front court in the NBA.
And they do go smaller from time to time, but in matchups against teams like the Heat, they can certainly press their advantage when it comes to size.
Lin kicks to Harden. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. And that's 21 points for James Harden. And here comes LeBron. 11 points in the game. Haslam the pass to LeBron. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He has 11 points and the 1 steal.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Free throw good, LeBron. And he makes both free throws. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lin with it, now defended by Mario Chalmers. Harden can't hit.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
And stolen by Parsons. Here's Lin. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Lin's got 8.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and I'll tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
And Haslam kicks to LeBron. Pass to Chalmers for 3. That's good. Chalmers has got 6 points in the quarter.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific. Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
The Heat have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Back to LeBron. Defended by Parsons. And they double him up with LeBron. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. 4th, LeBron James.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason.
Chalmers against Lin. Back to Howard. A reverse. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Kicks to Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
And there's the pass to Lynn. He passes to Howard. Back to Lynn. And there's the feed to Howard. Harden takes a three. LeBron grabs the miss. Chalmers dishes to Haslam. Back to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. LeBron drives in, feeds to Haslam, to the middle. Oh, trying for it, and stolen by Howard. And here's Harden. He's got 21. Parsons back to Harden. The dish to Howard. That's good. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Now here is Haslam. LeBron passes to Haslam. Nice D from Usher.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Here's Lynn. He's got 11. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. From 12 feet out. That misses off the backboard. And Parsons kicks to Lynn. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Passes it to Harden. Unloads from 13. And that is good. Harden's got 23 points.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Back to Wade. Tipped. Stolen by Harden. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
LeBron kicks to Anthony. Back to LeBron from past the arc. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 16 points for LeBron. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And we welcome you back to Miami as the fourth quarter of this NBA Finals Game 6 is ready to go.
And you think about what this game would mean for both teams. For Houston, possibly a third championship in franchise history, a return to glory for the Rockets. And for Miami, maybe a third consecutive title, placing them in elite historical company. So really a wonderful matchup. Two teams going all out for the NBA championship.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Greg Smith. Isaiah Cannon is out there with Caspi. Then there's Monty Eunice, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Poked away. Here's Smith. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Chalmers dishes to Anthony. Working on Jones. Here's Anderson. Rebounded by Monty Eunice.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Caspi passes to Monty Eunice. And he can't get the first one. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for the Heat. No luck that time either. The Heat shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. LeBron James on the wing. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. LeBron's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Canaan, defended by Chalmers. Great open look there.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
LeBron outside. He feeds it to Anderson. Lewis, left side. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Rockets. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Chalmers. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
They've raised their field goal percentage to just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
And Caspi kicks to Lin. Dishes it to Caspi. Back to Lin. From the arc. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. From outside the arc. And James pulls it down. He'd have gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Chalmers. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Chalmers has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you can sense the urgency with them now. I mean, right here, they're flat in the first half, but they've come out here in the second half with a lot more fire and a lot more intensity. You can see they're driven to get things done.
Wade against Lang. Gets the bucket.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Wade outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Lets it go from 14. A second chance effort, and Bosh with the layup.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Moniunas with it. Fades back.
Their free throw attempts are down this half, probably because they're settling for that outside shot too much.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little complacent with their shot selection, Clark. A little lazy on offense. You got to be aggressive and attack the rim.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
He kicks to Caspi. Pass to Kanan. And stolen by Chalmers. LeBron outside. He dishes it to Haslam. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Right side Bosh. It's tipped off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. .157 left to play in the final quarter. Here's LeBron. Count the bucket. LeBron's got 11 in the second half.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Beverly dishes to Lin. Smith sets the pick for Lin. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Pass to Wade. LeBron James on the wing. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kickball. Caspi, he's checked in for the Rockets. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's LeBron, defended by Caspi. Clock at 4.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for LeBron. We've got 1:13 left in the game. They get a hand on it. And stolen by LeBron. For the fifth.
How about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow. Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
Yeah, that could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Rockets leading by 22. Here's Beverly. Kicks it to Casper. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Garcia. All sorts of time. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
LeBron up top, defended by Caspi. The drive by LeBron. Here's Bosch. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Smith with a screen on LeBron. And Garcia kicks to Smith. Here's Beverly, defended by Chalmers from the low block, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Outside Bosch. Missed. So we see the Rockets taking the win here.
What a huge win for the Rockets. Guys, so much pressure coming into this Game 6 now with a climactic Game 7.
In Dwight Howard's first season in Houston, he finally seems to be fully healed and back to his old self. Chandler Parsons has elevated his game to all-star status, and James Harden was in the discussion. Following an epic. In Dwight Howard's first season in Houston, he finally seems to be